So in World War I, there was a huge moment in the history of military conflict when a new invention by the Germans is going to be utilized on the Western Front. And the invention was poison gas. This new weapon is going to be utilized by the Germans, and it's going to kill people by the thousands. And it's the first time really in history where people looked at military technology and asked themselves the same question that I ask right now. Should there be rules in war? And if so, what should those rules be? Because every other military conflict in history, you know, you shot at somebody, or you used a sword, or you used something in some kind of hand-to-hand combat, artillery maybe, but now we're talking about impacting people's breathing with gas. So I'd love to hear first a couple of your thoughts on the question that we asked. Should there be rules in war? And, you know, if so, what are they? Yeah, Deshaun.
I said, I'm on both sides with it because I said there should be rules of war because some people take war too serious, like they do too much when it comes to war. And I said, but it should because if it's war, you gotta do what you do to win. It don't matter.
When you said that people take it too serious and take it too far, can you give me an example of what you mean when you say that?
Like the Holocaust. When they was doing war between the Jews and the Germans, the Germans took it too far. Like, they made them wear the little stars and stuff so you could acknowledge what religion they was. And then they just killed them. They put them all on a train to make them think it was something totally different.
Good. So genocide and targeting civilians would be an example of something we're not willing to tolerate in war. In Deshaun's opinion. Dietrich.
I think there should be rules, and also it shouldn't be rules. Like, for example, there shouldn't be rules because you do anything to win. There should be rules depending on the circumstances. For example, there's a fair chance of fighting, then there shouldn't be a need for deadly weapons. And if weapons are required, you should let people be aware that they're being attacked.
So you need to let people know that they're about to be attacked before attacking them. That includes like the other team's army, like I have to tell them I'm about to attack them?
Yeah, like, not like that, but like the thing you said with the gas, like I'm pretty sure everybody didn't know that it was like gas
About to
everywhere.
occur.
Yeah,
Okay.
and innocent people probably died.
Okay, good. Jordan and then Namir.
That's your, but they shouldn't warn you. That's your country's job to warn you yourself. So, like, when we had them little things when they cut off the shows, when it's like the blue screen, they be like testing and stuff. That's what they should do. Well, then I guess they had TVs, but they had radios, so they'd tell them that.
So it's not our job to alert you an attack is coming. Like, that's the job of your country, of your research and your spies and all that. Good. Namir.
I said there's no rules.
How come?
Because how would there be rules to something else you can't control?
So why would there be rules in war? Because you can't control war, so why bother?
It's gonna be broken
But you could control it.
No, you can't.
Can't you?
So, Namir, let me just kind of follow up with you. So obviously poison gas you're okay with because why bother not? Correct? What about, say, like, I sneak into a country, I poison their water supply. Now every man, woman, and child who drinks the water is going to die. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
If it's a country that's
Back to the part where he said you can't control war, you can, because if you think about it, one country always gonna come out on top.
Mm-hmm.
So if you couldn't control war, then how would either country win? Somebody got one.
Okay.
And it's just certain.
I don't really think that's control.
I do.
I think you can control.
Sorry, one at a time, Dietrich.
I think you can control it because in certain situations you can avoid.
Like what?
Like conflicts with people, like don't do stuff that you know is gonna make other people mad, which is gonna start a war. Like that's stupid.
But we're already in a war in this case. So, teacher, let me give you a hypothetical, okay? At the end of World War II, which we haven't gotten to yet, but the United States is going to be the first country to utilize nuclear weapons, in which we're going to target and destroy
Japan.
2 cities in Japan using atomic weapons, killing thousands of civilians. But it effectively brought an end to World War II. So are you okay with the utilization of nuclear weapons on civilians? And it's going to bring about the end of a conflict?
No.
How come?
Because innocent people is dying. Like, if they don't have nothing to do with it, I feel like nobody shouldn't be harmed.
What do you think about that, Solomon?
Like she said, they innocent, so they shouldn't be done.
Define innocent. What do you mean, Solomon, when you say innocent?
Like they didn't do nothing.
They didn't do anything wrong, so they shouldn't be targeted.
Right? Like, just because you live in a, like, now when we be fighting in America, like, that's like, you know how sometimes, like, the president be picking on other states and stuff? Stuff like that. So I feel like, what if they bomb like the whole thing and everybody like, oh, that's bad or something? Because we didn't have nothing to do with it. That's not right.
Tajay, do you think that the leaders of a country should get together in a war and discuss what the rules are and what types of weapons you're allowed to use and what types of strategies you can use?
I really don't think they should do that because if y'all discuss what strategies you're going to use, then you're going to already know what's next. So you're going to be up ahead of the game inside a war. That don't make sense to sit down and make rules for war. But I think that the war should have like some type of boundaries, like some type of boundaries. Cause
Give me an example of a boundary you would want to exercise.
like people, when war starts, they don't take the war out on the people like the soldiers and stuff. They might try to take it out on people that just live in their regular lives inside the country.
Okay. So what if hypothetically, let's say your country and my country are in the middle of a war with one another, and we've signed this agreement that we will not attack civilians, right? We're only going to fight soldiers. So now all of your soldiers start hiding out in villages where there's lots of innocent people. So I'm not allowed to attack that village now because you've made the strategic decision to hide amongst quote-unquote innocent people. So am I okay in attacking that village, knowing full well I'm going to kill some innocent people, but also some soldiers?
No.
No? How
Because
come?
you're still killing the civilians.
Right.
If you promise not to kill the civilians, why would you still go in and proceed to kill the civilians? Even though you might kill some soldiers, but they have skills, the civilians don't have no skills.
They wasn't right.
What do you guys think about that?
I agree with you.
You agree? Matisse, what do you think?
I think that it's wrong to like take it out on people that had no decision over what the country decided to do.
Okay. What about, like, Matisse, hypothetically, I capture a soldier of the other team's army, okay? And I know for a fact this soldier has some information that I need. And if I can get this information, I can make a really good attack on their army. Is it okay for me to torture a soldier in order to get information out of them?
I mean, if it's for war, yeah, because sooner or later you're gonna have to get some type of information, and if you don't do what you have to do, then you might lose.
So you're okay with torture, as long as you have a strategic purpose behind it?
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that?
Sorry.
Yeah, you're right.
If, like, to that question, if I knew that was gonna happen to a soldier, I would probably like emotionally threaten him, but I probably wouldn't physically threaten him. I probably would physically threaten a civilian because once it's like, say the rule is not to attack civilians. If you have a civilian and you're threatening them and you're trying to like get answers from soldiers in the country, then they're more likely to give up, you know, what you want to hear. Because
So you're saying you would use threats rather than actual torture?
I would use both.
Okay. So, is there anybody against the use of torture? Are you telling me that everyone in this room is totally fine with torturing a soldier?
War goes
Yeah.
first come, first serve.
Emotionally, yeah.
You want to end the war as quick as you can. Like, you want to find the best way to end the war as quick as you can.
And
So if you gotta
want
bomb a
to win
village
the
to end the
war.
war, you gonna bomb the village.
But
You
the-
got torture to do the torture to do to end the war. You want torture to do.
Tajay, what do you think about that?
I agree and I disagree because if you torture a soldier, you can have the hand up. Like, you gonna know what they doing, what they're about to do, how they're gonna attack you, what they strategize. I disagree because, like, you know, because they human too.
They joined the war.
Wait. I want to come back to the last sentence that Tajay just said. They're human too. And I think for a lot of people in the middle of World War I, they feel like the Germans crossed the line. That utilizing these chemical weapons is crossing the line. Like you're no longer treating the other army like they're humans now.